God's gift. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a farmer. He was a great devotee of God, content with what he had, and never craving for the material pleasures of life. His wife was not as much of a devotee, but she also lived simply without whining for the luxuries of life. They had a small field in which the farmer cultivated a few crops for their simple needs. One day, when the farmer was tilling the land, he uncovered an earthen jar which had been buried under the ground. Lifting it out carefully, the farmer opened the lid and looked in. The jar was filled with shiny gold coins. Replacing the lid, the farmer put the jar under a nearby tree and continued his work. He worked till evening and returned home as usual, without even glancing at the jar. At night, while eating dinner, he remembered the jar and mentioned it to his wife. His wife was shocked. What a simpleton you are, she cried. You did not seek the wealth, but it came to you as God's gift. Why didn't you bring it home? The farmer smiled and said, if it is God's gift to me, it will remain there tomorrow also. Why worry? As the couple was talking, two thieves who were waiting to loot the house after the couple went to sleep overheard the conversation. What a fool this farmer is! They exclaimed in amazement. Anyway, it's good that we heard about the treasure. We won't need to break into the farmer's house now. Let us go to the field and pick up the jar. So deciding, they silently crept away from there. Reaching the field, they searched for the tree under which the farmer had found the jar. There, to be sure, was the jar. They picked it up in great glee. It was very heavy, but they didn't mind the weight because they would have plenty of gold to share. Silently, they melted into the night before anyone could see and stop them. They took to their heels and ran as fast as they could with the jar until they reached a deserted place where there was no danger of being seen. Tingling with the excitement, they placed the jar on the ground and opened the lid. But what they saw in the jar turned their blood into water. Instead of the gold they had expected to find, they saw live cobras hissing and writhing inside the jar. Panic stricken, the thieves replaced the lid quickly and ran away from there as fast as their legs would carry them. The next night, they returned to the farmer's house to discover what the truth was. The farmer had said there was gold in the jar. Then, how had the cobras got in? What had happened to the gold? They were anxious to get to the bottom of the matter. The farmer was eating his dinner. He told his wife that the jar was not under the tree where he had left it the previous day. His wife was sad at the loss. You ought to have brought it yesterday itself. We have lost the gold because you are such a simpleton, she wailed. The farmer smiled and said, well, the fact that the jar was not there proves that it was not God's gift to us. Then why worry about what is not ours? When the thieves heard this conversation, they were unable to decide whether the farmer was really a simpleton who believed what he said or whether he had cleverly outsmarted them and wanted to get rid of them by making them take away the jar of cobras. They felt they should check this out and wreak their vengeance on the farmer if he had tricked them. So they returned to the spot where they had abandoned the jar the previous night, heard the cobras hissing inside, and carefully carried it back to the tree in the farmer's field. If the farmer was innocent, he would open the jar. If he wasn't, he would not open the jar. The next night they returned again to the farmer's house to hear what had happened that day. The farmer was eating his dinner. He said to his wife, hey, today the jar came back to the tree. The wife beamed with pleasure. Oh, good. You are now sure that it is God's gift to us. Did you bring it home? She asked. Oh no, said the farmer. If it is God's gift to us, why should I carry it home? It will come by itself. The thieves were listening carefully to this conversation. When the farmer said that he had not touched the jar, their suspicions that the farmer had deliberately misled them were confirmed. They grew very angry and wanted to punish the farmer. In the dark of night, they went to the field and found the jar under the tree. Hearing the hissing of the cobras inside, they carefully carried the jar up to the door of the farmer's house and put it there. They wanted to see what the farmer would do in the morning. Even if the farmer did not open it, his wife was sure to do so and get bitten by the cobras. They spent the whole night in eager anticipation of the events of the next morning. Early next morning at daybreak, the farmer opened his door to go to his field. The moment the door opened, his eyes fell on the jar. He smiled and called his wife. My dear, come and see. Here is God's gift at our doorstep. The wife came running and lifted the lid. Her eyes danced with joy to see all the gold inside. Looking admiringly at her husband, she said, You were right. What God meant for us, nobody can take away. It has ultimately reached us. She picked up the jar and took it inside. The unfortunate thieves were stunned at this turn of events and at a loss to understand what had happened. What became of the cobras in the jar? Why could they not see the gold if it was really there in the jar? They did not know that to steal what God had meant for others was as dangerous as stealing a jar of poisonous cobras.